I did keyword search data analytics in what the customers who are buying managed services say they value the most, okay? And here were the most common words, themes, and responses, okay? Now this is where you really want to pay attention. This is where people are telling you, this is what I want to buy. This is what I appreciate. This is why I buy from you. Anyone want to guess, by the way, what the number one was? What's it? Fast response. Most common, 63% of the people who responded to one of those emails used the word responsive or their responsiveness, right? 63%. The other thing that was mentioned 28% of the time, which is a quarter of the people responding, was that they take away my worries, they alleviate my stress, some version of that, right? And they use the words, by the way, the words are important. They use the words worry, stress, and anxiety. Those were the three most commonly used words. Next was professional. They're very professional. 24% of people use that word when describing why they love their current IT company. Knowledgeable was used 21% of the time. So 21% of over 1,000 testimonials, knowledgeable was mentioned. That specific word, and trust 16%, peace of mind 11%. And peace of mind is sort of a play off of alleviation of worry and stress. So I almost could combine those two and say it's more like 39% with the peace of mind. Does that make sense? Now, anyone surprised by this? No. But this is what they want to buy. My question to you, if I go to your website, if I look at your brochures, if I look at the communications you're sending out, are you honing in on these words? Are you honing in on these words? Or are you talking a totally different language? Are you speaking German? Does that make sense? As simple as this is, and you all know it hiding in plain sight, you're not using it. Okay? Also frequently mentioned, affordable or reasonable. And I just want to caveat that if you read the other email, the price objection was in there. It's probably because they brought up price only because that was one of the things that we asked them to write about. Does that make sense? All right, but whenever they wrote about it, it was always like they're affordable, they're reasonable. There was only one response in 1,000 that said he was the cheapest provider. However, his prices have gone up, and they are well worth the investment. So he only said that as a means for saying, you know, him being the lowest price provider got me in the door, but now I'm paying far more, and I value it, and I'm happy to. So nobody said, in 1,000 emails, nobody said, that guy's the cheapest price, that's why I bought. Okay? So price isn't the objection you think it is. That's your head trash, that's your garbage, that's your baggage you're hanging around. One of the funniest responses, this is an actual response from somebody, said, if you pay peanuts, you get monkeys. Right? That was an action. And this is another reason when you get testimonials from clients, and I've done it myself, you will be able to pull pieces of their comments exactly as they say it and give you ideas for full campaigns, for ideas and strategies. So that I just saw that and I highlighted it instantly. That is a line that everyone in this room can use, right? It's brilliant. Also frequently mentioned was explaining things in layman's terms so that you made them feel comfortable, they could understand what you're saying. And by the way, what's the feeling on here? Why do they like it when you explain things in layman's terms? It's right there on the slide. They don't want to feel stupid. You know, now when you ask a prospect, what do you appreciate about your IT person, they might not come right out and say, well, they don't make me feel stupid and embarrassed, right? They won't say it that way. They'll say, well, I like that they explain things in layman's terms. But the emotion behind they're trying to avoid embarrassment. You see here, now really let this sink in, sit up a little straighter. Listen to me. This is how you have to listen for what they want, because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to feel stupid, But they're not going to say, I don't want to feel stupid and embarrassed. That's not how they're going to articulate it. But you have to read between the lines when they say, I like when you explain things in layman's terms. No geek speak. Personalized, customized service. They feel understood. They feel appreciated. The feelings they're after. Now, they're going to say, I like that you customize your services to me. That's how they're going to say it. What they're actually saying is, you make me feel important. You make me feel like an individual, not just another client, not just another number, right? Having a sense of security. If you read through after I've read through about 1,000 of these, you start to see patterns and themes. And one of them was they like the sense of security. It lowers their anxiety. It lowers their concern. Okay? Not what is not overtly stated, but definitely was there, was the desire to completely abdicate responsibility for IT entirely. They just want hands off. That's what they want. So when you hire, let's say, for example, when you hire an attorney and you pay that person a lot of money, what is the emotion you are really hiring them for? It's a sense of relief that I don't even have to understand. How many of you have ever gotten papers from your attorney or maybe your CPA, and with the little sign here sticker, and you don't even read it, you just sign it? Now, how stupid is that? And we've all done it. I've done it, right? We all do it. Don't tell me you don't do it. You all do it. We've all done it. But because in our mind, we trust that person, and that's what we're paying them for. So I don't have to read this. Because if I read it, it's painful, and I don't understand it anyway. I just want to be able to trust somebody and sign and abdicate the responsibility. If this contract is wrong, it's not my fault, it's their fault. You understanding? This is what they want to buy. This is what they want to buy, right? They want to work with someone who's easy to work with. Needle Cobain will probably talk about this. It's one of the most powerful concepts he's ever taught me. He said, Robin, I want you to go home and make a list of all the irritants people have in doing business with you. And if you can't make a list, you get an F, because you should at least be aware. If you're not even aware, and he said, there's something. There's always something. There's always something. Then the next thing, I'm going to come back to you in 6 months, and I'm going to say, what have you done to eliminate those irritants? And if you haven't done anything, you get another big F. Right? If you read through 1,000 of these testimonials, what people are looking for is someone who's just easy to work with. And you should use that term, easy to work with. If you're looking for an IT firm that's just easy to work with, that makes IT easy. People want easy buttons. We live in a convenience society. We are moving more towards convenience. Why do you think Amazon is the powerhouse it is? You can just go on there, an easy search, click, and it delivers it to your house. Easy, convenient. All these prepackaged meals, they're like, every time I turn around, I got 5 more flyers of all these different companies that will send you a prepackaged meal you cook on your own, but it's already measured. All you got to do is open things out. Easy, convenience. Uber, Lyft. Why do people, easy and convenient to get an Uber or a Lyft ride than it is to try and get a taxi cab. People want easy.